Good morning from the Niagara Falls in New Zealand, where I'm standing on a grand viewing platform, taking in the scenery. Breathtaking, enormous, gigantic. 3,000 kilometers to New Zealand, that's it, that's the point where it happened. I'm just cycling through the Catlins here, beautiful area, lovely winding coastal roads now from here on, and yeah, really chuffed with that. Really loving this here, super quiet, windy roads, not too steep, so the Catlins are really amazing for single speeding actually. I'm really chuffed that I went over here. Yeah, it's fascinating here. Amazing day for cycling again. I had a few clouds yesterday and today it's sunny again. Catlins Coast, just leaving that behind soon. Heading into Luca and then up north towards Dunedin. But yeah, splendid cycle, really quiet roads down here. I would recommend going to Kaka Point because it's a bit off the main road and there's hardly anyone here, so it's really enjoyable today. Say hello! I'm so loving this road here because it's up and down but it's straight. This area here reminds me of cycling north of Edinburgh, from Edinburgh to Perth actually. It's very similar roads, and yeah, end of a fantastic day cycling. And this is actually one of the first bits of route I'm navigating myself, so I'm not following a guidebook, I'm not following someone's CPX tracks, and I'm quite chuffed with my choice, to be honest. Just found this. This is pretty amazing. Look. This is Tony, who runs the Backpackers in Milton, the Happy Inn, which is awesome. And I tried to ride this bike and I totally failed on it. It's pretty awesome. You should come and stay here. Happy Inn in Milton is a great place to visit if you're on the way from the Catlins to Dunedin. And Tony cycled all the way from Switzerland to New Zealand. And he did part of that on a single speed bike as well. So that's pretty cool. Beautiful coast here, wild, rugged, big waves, suddenly blowing, which is in my favor today. Yeah, amazing coast here near Dunedin, and the cycle from Dunedin down to the Catlins is actually a really nice cycle. That's John. Hi John.
Hey.
John's picked me up and I'm gonna stay with him in Dunedin today. Yeah, it's a bit like Edinburgh. If you want them, you can get some incredibly steep hills and some incredible views at the same time. And we're just about to cruise down into the city now after quite a bit of climbing. This is St. Clair Beach. You can't see much of the beach today because it's really stormy out there. Massive waves, and yeah, basically for now I've cycled all the way from Portobello Beach in Edinburgh in Scotland with slightly more moderate waves over there to St. Clair Beach in Dunedin. Dunedin is the Edinburgh South, which is the old Gaelic name for Edinburgh. So that's it, Edinburgh, 18,869. This is not how much I've ridden. I've ridden about between 12.5 and 13,000 kilometers, but yeah, it's a long way to get there. And this is the train station, which apparently is meant to look very Scottish, but I don't think it looks that Scottish, to be honest with you. There he is, the man with a seagull on his head. How cool is that? So there's the world's cheapest street. John's about to go. He's got gears and no luggage, and I have one gear and plenty of luggage. So see how that goes. I'll possibly make it to the very bottom of it. That's 2/3 true. No, not really. I'm just trying to make it up here.
Let's go, Markus, you got it.
Welcome to the Scottish borders, which are not the Scottish borders, but it's Central Otago. But this basically looks like the area around Edinburgh. There's absolutely no difference. It's been hard work getting up here. I hope it's not gonna continue like this, because I'm waiting the train at the moment. I wasn't really willing to spend $70 on a train journey that's shorter than 60 kilometers, so I decided to cycle instead. Yeah, I might be slightly behind the train, but well, I definitely won't be able to compete with the train, because if you look at that and how steep it is here, but this road is amazing. It's absolutely scenic and absolutely pretty, and there's no traffic. I've seen 2 cars here, so despite the fact that I'm gonna add loads and loads more climbing to the day, it's actually really nice here, so I don't really mind that. Great bike packing here across Central Otago. Sometimes it pays to use Google Maps and don't look at the height profile, because otherwise I would have been on the highway instead. This was hard work to get to Pukerangi. Lunchtime here at Pukerangi station. I made it finally. It was such hard work to get here, and this is some fresh handmade Swiss bread, which is amazing, and some peanut butter and cheese. That's my usual lunch. Nothing fancy, but it's enough to get some carbs in the body, and thankfully it's not too hot today, so the cheese doesn't melt away. But yeah, I'm really chuffed that I'm here. It should be an easy 80k from here now, to be honest. Much easier, but I absolutely love the trail. I wouldn't have expected it to be so hard, so difficult. That's the start of the Otago Central Rail Trail. That could be the Highlands over there, so very Scottish again. And I'll enjoy this right now and have an easy ride the next 60 kilometers to Ranfurly. Maybe I should take my sunglasses off. That makes it much better. Yeah, lovely ride here on the rail trail. It's a fantastic trail, and for being New Zealand's most famous and most popular cycling trail, there is no one here. So yet again, if you cruise along here in the evening, it's pretty difficult to find people, but there's plenty of places to get some food, so that's a lovely thing. Last day cycling in New Zealand, and it started brilliantly. Kind of early start, 7:30, and I've got a long day to go. The rest of the rail trail, about 90k, and then I've got another pretty much the same into Queenstown, some on the road, some on off-road paths into Queenstown. So long day, but cracking scenery here. Just reached the highest point of the Otago Central Rail Trail. From here it's all downhill on the trail, about 75 kilometers just down the valley. Awesome, it's a brilliant day for cycling today, so I'm really enjoying this. Stunning landscape here on the rail trail. It all looks like a bit like a moonland here. Last stretch of the rail trail now. This is Alexandra over there, and then I'm going to be heading to Clyde, and that's it. There was 90 kilometers today and another 80 to go, but that's going to be mainly on roads, onto Cromwell. So yeah, as I remembered, it's a fantastic trail, the Otago Central Rail Trail. It's fine for all abilities. If you're really fit, you can almost do it in a day or two. If you're not fit, you can do it a bit longer. So there's plenty of facilities there. The scenery is amazing. Back on the highway and back on the hills. Woohoo! Quite a bit of traffic, but not as bad as I expected it to be, so it's nice to sweat with such a view. I'm here at Rowing Mac, which is a part of this valley. It's absolutely stunning here. The water is so blue, it's absolutely amazing, it looks so fresh. I'd love to jump in here, but I would have to take all my kit off. So up there is Queenstown, down there this way it's Central Otago and Wanaka. But yeah, the water is magnificent, and the view from here, really nice. Last stop. I should possibly stop eating before I say something. Last stop for this tour, and look at the view. How amazing is that? Wine. Maybe the busy road is a bit of a nuisance, but that's Pinot Noir over there. That's a mountain range. Stunning, absolutely amazing. I think it's a great end to a great trip in New Zealand. I've got about 30 kilometers to go. I'll stick to the main road this time. And yeah, I'll definitely enjoy the last bit.